Like Adam has a way lot more than me. A way lot more? He got a lot more. I'm Louie, Flexin' Pythons, and today we're gonna be reacting to Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. This is gonna be the second time us reacting to him, and he put out a pretty good title, caught my attention. It says, "Are you a good reptile keeper?" That had me asking myself. I got real deep. I said, "Self, am I a good reptile keeper?" So I figured we should watch this one. It says, "Are you a good reptile keeper? 5 ways to instantly be a better reptile keeper." And we should always be striving to get better and better. No matter what you like, no matter what you enjoy doing, always try to get better at it. If you don't know who Wiccan's Wicked Reptile is, a link to his channel will be down in the description below, as well as a link to the original video. Make sure you go check him out. You're gonna enjoy his stuff. I enjoy his stuff. He's a really good dude. Before we get into it, if there's a video that you would want me to do a reaction to, you can either put it down in the comments below, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. We all try our best, but we all know that there's something that maybe we slack a little bit on. None of us are perfect, and every type of responsibility has something that we just dread doing. That's just the way it is. Let me know in the comments below what's yours. All right, Adam. Diamond, hit us with that fire, baby.
Keeping reptiles is awesome. That's why all of us do it. But we have a responsibility to the reptiles to be the best keepers we can be. So here are 5 ways you can instantly be a better reptile keeper. My name's Adam. This is Diamond. You're watching Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. Stick around. All of these things are really simple and are going to save you tons of time. So not only is this a list of how to instantly make you a better reptile keeper, it's a list of how to instantly just have a better time keeping reptiles and just make your life a little bit easier. So let's start.
Who don't want an easier time? Who don't want a better time? I'm here for a good time, Adam. Let's go.
With number 5, which is make a schedule for cleaning and feeding. Now here's why. I've got a big collection. So if you make a schedule, write it on the glass of their enclosure or on a post-it note beside it in a spreadsheet, however you want to do it, but make a schedule so that you always stick to it and something doesn't slip your mind. And you have to be reminded that today is the day that I clean.
I hear watching a blue tongue drink. I hear that's rare footage. So take it in, everyone.
Especially if you've got different species that need very different things.
So I will say the schedule that's a good point, whether it's a cleaning schedule, feeding schedule. That way you don't want to miss a day, and also you don't want enclosures getting nasty as hell. For me with snakes, it's really easy. I got ball pythons once a week, pretty common, unless they're a little bit younger, but pretty much everyone is almost eating 1 time a week. And I just feed everyone on Sunday. My super dwarf retic, eventually he's gonna go to once every 10 days, but he's still at that age, under a year, where I've been told to feed him once every 7 days, and then when he hits a year, then it goes to every 10 days. So that is definitely a good idea to have a schedule when not everything is gonna be eaten on the same day eventually for me, at least snake-wise. So I really like that. It makes life a little bit easier on us, as well as whatever we're keeping. Because then we ain't gonna forget as much as long as we got a schedule and we stick to that schedule. Pay attention to your schedule. Don't forget about your schedule, because what's the point of a schedule if you forgot you have one?
For this one is maybe not the easiest, it's kind of time consuming, but it is so worth it. Enrich the enclosures. Now I know that minimalist keeping, there is a place for it.
Before Adam touches on enclosure enrichment, I just want to point out, I did do a video on this already, reacting to Girl with Scales, on her 5 easy ways on how to enhance enrichment for your reptiles. A link to that video is going to be up in the right hand corner right now. I don't know if I point right or left. I don't know which one. Right hand corner. Don't pay attention to my hands. That's going to be into a lot more detail on how you can actually enrich your reptiles enclosure. But this is a good point. I love this. I've been doing it. So I'm gonna let y'all just listen to Adam here.
And I'm not saying that having a minimalist rack is always bad. I'm just saying that if you want to be a better keeper, you're going to learn more about your animals. Well, that's how you're going to become a better keeper. And to learn about your animal's natural behavior, you need to give them an option to exhibit that natural behavior. So for example, someone said to me once, "Oh, I keep my caiman lizard without a..."
That is so freaking pretty. That is so cool. Look at the back on it. That straight up looks like an alligator, crocodile, whatever you want to call it. So cool. I need one. I want one. I'm not going to impulse buy one, but wow, that is a freaking looker. That is a looker. Is that yours, Adam? I don't know if that's Adam's. Judging by the arm hair, I still can't tell.
Pool of water for them to swim in.
So I am confusion.
And the defense was, well, they exhibit natural behavior. Well, no, they don't, because they can't swim, which is natural behavior. If you have a semi-aquatic animal, you need to give them a semi-aquatic environment.
And that's why everything that I have at this moment is pretty simple for the most part. No one really needs any unique thing to be able to be comfortable. But if you got something that likes to swim a lot, you should have a bunch of water for it to swim in. And if you don't want to deal with that, or if you're like, I don't want to be cleaning water all the time, then maybe that's just not the animal for you.
And the same goes, in my opinion, with things like BCIs or spotted pythons or animals that most people, or in days gone by, it was common to keep them on kind of a terrestrial type setup, giving them an option to actually climb. You even see people doing this with reticulated pythons, which although are huge, are semi-arboreal. If you give your animals a chance to climb, you would be surprised how often they take it. The fun part is watching them explore and exhibit natural behavior. So yeah, enriching enclosures. Takes a little bit of time and effort and sometimes money, but I promise it'll make you a better keeper.
And I got excited when you mentioned reticulated pythons because my super dwarf right there, every video I mention him because I just love him so much. But I do, he has, you can see right here. See, he got like the wooden part up here, he hides in there. Bunch of like wooden crate right here. He goes all throughout that. Don't worry, if y'all already wondering, did you spray anything so no mold get on it? Yes, I do all the time. Thank you very much. Water-based. Alright, don't come at me. But he's got a bunch of room to climb in there. Over this way, can you see it? There's a big old water dish right there he can fit his whole body in. And right now, I'm looking into getting something that's a 6x3x3. Get him into something bigger. Hopefully last his whole life there. Because he's only going to get like 8 to 9 feet, 7 to 9 feet. 20 to 25 pounds-ish. He's gonna be long and thin, so I'm hoping a 6x3x3 is gonna be more than enough, but I just watch him in there sometimes. I'll be chilling at night and just watching him. I could watch him all night. He does so much stuff. He goes everywhere. He's up high, he's down low, he's climbing on the branches that I got going like this. He's just so cool, and ever since I've had him and watched him in there, there's no way I can give him anything that isn't more than enough room for him. I want to give him more than enough room to just stretch out and to be able to put cool things in there. I can never go and give him less room in comparison to his body now that I've given him so much in comparison to his body that it's just so fun to watch him. So I'm hoping I can keep providing a more than big enough enclosure for his future. But Adam's right. All these animals, you'll be able to see what they like to do, what they like, what they don't like. You should look into your animal too, see what they like. Enrich it. Enrich their lives. Have some sympathy. They're in a damn ass little box, man. At least make the box nice for them so they're a little bit comfy cozy. I went on a freaking rant on that one, Adam. Let's go.
3, we'll hit on it again because it's very similar to number 5. Log weights and foods. So basically what this means is you have your schedule set, right? So you know that you feed your ball pythons every Wednesday, let's say. If your animal doesn't eat for several weeks, if you don't log that down, you might not even really notice. And then all of a sudden, why does this animal look so skinny? I wonder when the last time they ate was. Now you can use a spreadsheet, which is what I've done for years, or you can use a program like a Husbandry Pro or something like that. I am not sponsored by this company at all. It's just the one that I've decided to try to use because I think it makes the most sense. I just log things like weights and foods, and you can do sheds and poops and stuff if you want, but you'll be a better keeper for it because you'll know all the time at a flick of a button, at a pull-up of a spreadsheet, what's going on with your collection.
So this is some good advice that Adam has, and there is actually an app for your phone that I personally use. You put in all your animals, what kind they are, and all that stuff, and each animal has their own profile. So when I feed them, I click that animal, I make sure, hey, he ate that rat, that whole rat gone up, but then I can put that he ate today. And then I can look back over forever, pretty much, and see all the weeks that he eaten and the weeks that they've skipped meals, and I have that for all my animals. The only thing that I'm trying to get the hang of is doing lizards because they eat multiple times and not just once a week. But it's a good point. I think if you want to weigh them all, do it. I definitely am on board with always logging when something is eating and not eating. Just a little side note here. I feel like Adam, like his shirts, he should just make his shirts where the neck is just like that. It's just make the necks, just stitch them like that, Adam. And then you ain't got, Diamond ain't gonna make the shirt like, it's just gonna be naturally sitting like that. Perfect for Diamond. And it won't be tugging on your neck because it's already, that's how it's supposed to be.
And if you're a fan of this channel, you knew this was coming. Automation. Automate everything. This is such a convenience type of thing. It's almost insane to me that anyone doesn't do this because it is so affordable to do and the time it's going to save you is amazing. What I mean by automation is make things automated, obviously. Use smart plugs.
You need to calm down. I'm trying to do a video, bro. I'm trying to do a video, man. Where you going?
Right, so use these smart timers, smart plugs, whatever you want to call them. You can use the Tekken ones or the Govee one. It doesn't matter. I'm not sponsored. I prefer the Tekken and the Govee ones. Those are the ones that I use. And you set them up and you can use it with Google Home, or you can use it with Alexa, or you can use it with whatever it is that you want to use it.
I am gonna have to look into that. I switch everything. I do everything manually. Unplug, plug in, right? I got the nice heat bulb for the day. When it turns nighttime, I unplug that. I put in and then I plug in the heat emitter thing that I got so that I can still make sure it's nice and warm, a good temperature for them at nighttime.
Now my whole house is wired on Google, so if I say the magic words, I can just turn off my reptile room. And when I say that, it responds with turning off 19 things. Everything is automated, which means that the lights go on and off with the sun. So the sun comes up, lights go on. Sun goes off. Sun goes down, lights go off. Or you can set it for whatever time you want. You can set your misters on this as well. I've got a misting system. It is programmed. 12 seconds of spray every 4 hours for my chihuahuas and crested geckos and things like that. Everything. You can see kind of like these red lights. Those are the thermostats that are kind of tucked away there. Those are on the smart timers too, or the smart plugs. So at a certain time, when the lights go off, then the heat goes off too. So I give them a nighttime drop. I can't imagine a world where I'd have to go around.
I'm gonna need to look into this though, for real. I'm gonna have to. This sounds so much more convenient. Now, if I had a bunch of crap ton of animals, like Adam has a way lot more than me. A way lot more? He got a lot more. So that's very time consuming for him, I'm sure. For me, it saved me a couple minutes. But it's a pain. I can't stand always having to bend over to outlets. I can't stand it. My back, it ain't made for that. You know? I'm gonna have to look into that, Adam.
In a world where I'd have to go around every morning and every night manually flicking switches. That would be insane to me.
I'm insane, bro. Secret's out.
Certain products, like the humidifier linked below, there was a sponsor a few weeks ago, where you can set it so that at a certain humidity level, if it gets below, say, 60%, you want your room to be humid, you've got dart frogs or whatever, it'll trigger from that thermometer hygrometer to that smart humidifier, and it'll just start going. It works for reptiles. If you're a reptile keeper and you don't automate things, what's 2008 like? Please tell me. And number one, dedication to learning. Now this might seem stupid, but if you really think about it, why is it that the way that we kept reptiles 10 years ago is so different than now? Because we learn collectively as a group, we compare notes, and we better each other. There was a time where people wouldn't keep UVB lights on things like blue-tongued skinks and savanna monitors and like things that we know should definitely have it. There was times when we didn't even give a day-night cycle to certain species because they're nocturnal, so they don't need that. We learn constantly, and it is up to you. It is your responsibility as a reptile keeper to stay up to date and make sure that if things change, if science has proven, hey, this animal needs this, hey, we do things a different way now because it's better for the animal, it's on you to know that. And also, it's fun. I like the opportunity to be like, oh, I was wrong about this, and then change the way that I start keeping a species of reptile or a whole collection. If you watch the videos even 2.5 years ago when the channel first started, my room was almost all snake racks. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer the way it looks now. This looks so much better now than it did in 2019. And the reason is people like you who compare notes with people like me. Because although I've been doing this for 12 or 13 years or however long, there's still a lot for me to learn. And I think there is too. If you're a newer keeper, if you're an older keeper, things are always changing, and it's our responsibility to do the best for our reptiles. And the only way we know that is if we continue to learn. So there you go.
There you go. Continue to learn. Yo, why do I do this channel? 2 reasons. 2 reasons. I'm trying to learn. And I figured I'm gonna be watching this stuff anyways. Why don't you learn with me? Whether we learning how to keep reptiles or we're learning something crazy about a platypus, we learn it regardless. So if you're trying to push the envelope with me and keep learning, baby, hey, go down there, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Let's do this together. But also, the more that you know, that might be enough information, enough knowledge. Maybe you'll be able to change someone's mind in the future just based off of everything that you've learned. So keep learning, because you don't know whose life you might change, who you might get into this hobby based off of your knowledge. Can you stop climbing on that thing, man?
Oh, what do you think? Do you agree with this list? Do you think it was kind of like silly? Tell me in the comment section below.
So that was Adam from Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. Really good information. If you learned anything, please let me know what you learned down in the comments below. I'm trying to become a better keeper of animals just in general, reptiles, whatever. I only have reptiles right now, I think. No, I got tarantulas. Take good care of everything you got. Learn about all of it. Just keep learning, baby. Just keep learning. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. If you could go down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It'd mean the world to me. I do new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so until the next one, I hope y'all have a good one.